Good evening, everyone. This is yours truly, John Michael Ong Versosa, and our topic today in organization and management is Module 19, which is the introduction to the different functional areas of management. Our quote of the day is from A. Petrovsky, and according to him, we cannot run from who we are. Our destiny chooses us. So, regardless of what you would like to do, sometimes destiny leads you to the path that you least expected to end up. No? Like yours truly, I wasn't even an ABM graduate. I didn't even finish a management degree, but here I am teaching ABM subjects. So sometimes destiny is a great red thread of fate. So before we begin to our main topic, let's first discuss specialization and departmentalization. So first and foremost, what is specialization? Specialization is the concept of focusing on a particular aspect of a task, discipline, or field of study such that one becomes a specialist or expert of that particular aspect. So let's say you're a specialist in tax accounting, then that will be your forte or niche or bread and butter. On the other hand, departmentalization is dividing the organization into different departments, wherein each in charge of performing a particular or specialized task or function. You will be keep doing the same function over and over and over again because you're assigned on that said department. So rarely it happens that you get transferred from one department into another. So managers, although working in their own field of expertise within a company, must understand that there are many uh, functional areas that comprise the firm. It's not just your department that you're working on that is part of the firm, the only important part of the firm. These different functional areas pertain to the departments or units that have its own roles and responsibilities. You know, it is what binds the firm together. Each department or unit is headed by a manager who works in their field of expertise within a company, which must understand that other functional areas comprise the firm. So it's not just your side of the story. There are many sides of the story inside the firm. And as such, as a manager, not only should you do your own job responsibility, but you should also practice to listen to the other side. Or in Latin terms, it's called audi alteram partem. No? Let the other voice speak. Together, the department managers coordinate with each other to work towards a coherent and consistent goal for the entire company. Again, the key in an organization is the alignment. Are you working towards the same goal, or is it one department working towards goal A and the other department working towards goal B? So alignment is important. The vision, the mission, and the values of the organization is the key in understanding how the inner workings happen. So in this chapter, we will learn the nature and role in the firm of the following functional areas: the human resources management, marketing management, operations management, financial management, material and procurement management, office management, and last but not the least, the information and communications technology management. Let's start with the HR or human resources management. So it's an organizational function that focuses on the strategic management of its employees. I think HR is if not one of the most important key components of an organization. In today's business world, The relationship between an organization and its human resources department is a strategic partnership. They go hand in hand. The business needs, of course, people, employees, to make the organization move forward. So, for the definition of human resources management, it is the process of bringing people and organizations together so that the goals of each are met. You are the arbiter. You are, in a sense, the referee in this process. No? Uh, Not only should you focus on the goals of the organization, but understanding the people inside the organization. As we already discussed Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the needs of the people must be satisfied first in order to represent the organization well. It's also the art of procuring, developing, and maintaining a competent workforce to achieve the organizations in an effective and efficient manner. We have already discussed the effectivity and efficiency. So, this is one of the roles of HR, to maintain, because it's always a dynamic setup. It's not a static setup. There's a lot of moving parts within this machine called the firm. Another definition, but a little longer, is that HRM is the process of recruitment, selection, orientation, and induction, training and career development, compensation and benefits, motivating, maintaining employee relationships. One of the given examples are collective bargaining agreement, discipline and grievance systems, performance appraisal, employee retention, such as promotions, wellness, and stress management, as well as team building, employee separation, and compliance, especially with labor laws. In performing these basic functions, the HR department's traditional role is basically to provide administrative support. You are the one that the glue that binds everyone together in the organization. Objectives of HRM. Of course, one is to help the organization achieve its goals. That is the biggest objective, the main objective, the raison d'etre. Number two, the utilization of human resources. Of course, you have it, you must know how to utilize it. You cannot just have the resources and not use them. Number three, employee retention, satisfaction, and welfare. You have to look after your employees. HR people are men and women for others, not just men and women for themselves. Number four, redressing grievances and conflicts. So, in some ways, no, parang barangay chairman si HR. As much as possible, HR must be impartial. Hindi po siya papanig sa isang side. Again, we're going back to the term audi alteram partem. Hear their grievances. Maybe sometimes that's just all they need. The employees, they just want someone to hear what they're saying and not be ignored, not be ghosted, not be seen. Number five, to assist employees in developing and maintaining quality of work life. And number six, formulation, implementation, and communication of HR policies. It might sound simple, but it's harder than it seems. It's difficult to formulate or design the policy. Much more difficult is the implementation and the communication. Remember, Sun Tzu said that if the general makes instructions that are difficult to understand, it's his fault and his alone. So these policies must be understood by the people in the organization. not just for the sake of formulation and implementation. And number 7, the overall development of the organization as a whole. And to be ethically and socially responsive to the needs of society. I think ethics is much more difficult than laws. Because sometimes what's ethical cannot be legal and what's legal can be unethical. So this one is a little bit more difficult. Areas of study under human resources management, there are 3 broad items. 1 is to find the right people. 2 is management. And 3 is to maintain an effective workforce. In finding the right people, here are the scope of works. You have HRM planning, job analysis, forecasting, recruiting, and selecting. All of these were discussed already on module 10. No? Next, in management, you have training, development, performance appraisal, HR audit, and collective bargaining. These topics were already discussed in chapter or module 12, shall I say, and 13 of this subject. So if you fail to understand these topics, then you should revert to the videos. And last but not the least, maintain an effective workforce. You have wages and salary, promotions, benefits, labor relations, grievances, and terminations, all of which were also discussed in Module 13. So overall, there are 2, 4, 5, 10, 16 areas of study under HRM. Careers. What are the possible careers in HRM? Not hotel and restaurant management, but rather human resource. You can have management trainee in human resource and 15. Number 2, recruitment and placement manager. 3, development and training specialists. 4, compensation specialists. 5, benefits specialists. 6, labor and employee relations supervisor. 7, health, safety, and security specialist. 8, other HR specialists. And 9, you can also be an entrepreneur. Marketing management pertains to systematic and consistent efforts to attract customers and keep them through effective delivery and communication of the value of the product or service from the customer's point of view. The marketing department of a company is overall in charge of the marketing department, of course. So what is marketing management? It facilitates the activities and functions which are involved in the distribution of goods and services. According to Philip Kotler, whose name will be famous in marketing, marketing management is the analysis, planning, implementation, and control of programs designed to bring about desired exchanges with target markets for the purpose of achieving organizational objectives. Remember, one of the reasons for an organization's existence is to make profits. And you cannot make profits without selling your products or services, which is pretty much the main role of marketing management. It is the process of management of marketing programs for accomplishing organizational goals and objectives, which involves planning, implementation, and control of marketing programs or campaigns. For objectives of marketing management, you have 5. It provides the understanding you need about the economic structure of your industry. You need to know the industry itself, not just the product that you're selling. 2, it helps in identifying segments within your market. 3, helps in identifying the marketing strategy which best fits your organization. Number 4, identifying the target market, building profitable relationships, and creating customer delight. The customer is always right, and that's your role to give the customer delight. And number 5, helps in marketing research. Areas of study under marketing management include the following: market research, developing the market strategy, customer relationship management, one of the main components right now of businesses. Employee management, surprisingly, because you have to monitor and supervise your employees. 5, identifying new business opportunities. 6, brand management. 7, of course, another important area is the selling activities. 8, competitive intelligence, and 9, advertising and public relations. Careers in marketing management include the following: management trainee in marketing, advertising manager, public relations manager, service crew, customer service agent, marketing manager, promotions manager, brand manager, sales manager, market research analyst, and number 11, entrepreneur. Next, we have operations management. So what is operations management? It pertains to the processes, approaches, and strategies in production system involving the transformation of inputs into finished goods and services. So this definition is usually used in manufacturing industries. And a production system is a system for acquiring inputs, converting them into outputs, and then distributing the outputs. It's just a different definition of the former. Objectives of operations management, of course, production efficiency, profit maximization, customer satisfaction. I think this one, the third one is one of the hardest objectives of operations. 4, effective utilization of resources. 5, management of the inventory. 6, capacity management. 7, product development. 8, supply chain. 9, scheduling management. And 10, enhance innovation. Areas of study under operations management. 1 is the facility location. Where will you build your facility? Okay. Number 2, facilities management. 3, plant layouts and material handling. 4, product design. 5, process design. 6, production and planning control. 7, quality control. 8, materials management. 9, maintenance management. 10, logistics and distribution. Careers in operations management includes management trainee in operations, operations manager, materials manager, purchasing manager, industrial production manager, operations research analyst, QA or quality assurance, quality control or QC manager, facilities and warehouse manager, logistics manager, inventory manager, project manager, and last but not the least, entrepreneur. Next, you have financial management. So what is financial management? It pertains to activities and strategies related to the procurement and utilization of funds that seek to maximize the profits of the company. Now we're focusing on funds. Funds is the bread and butter of a business. No money, no honey. It's also concerned with the overall management of a firm's financial resources. and is directly linked with other operations such as marketing, human resource, and management information system. These departments cannot make, they cannot operate or realize their complete full potential if they do not have the required funds. No? Because every marketing campaign needs finances. Every production needs finances. Even hiring a prospective employee requires finances. So, definition of financial management, it is the planning of the requirement. Ano ba yung pangangailangan of capital investment with the objective of earning higher return while incurring the least cost and efficient management of the financial affairs of any business enterprise. So ano po ang ibig sabihin nun? No? Dapat kumita ka ng malaki. Pero hanggat maaari, hindi ka gagastos ng ganung kalaki. No? Madali naman pong kumita, sabi nga nila, as long as you have the necessary capital. So, once you have that, you must manage that fund efficiently. No? Hindi po tayo bulagsak sa paghawak ng pera ng kumpanya. It's an essential part of general management concern on raising of finance allocation and utilization of finances or funds, and the other managerial function for the growth of the organization. Yun nga po, hindi po makakakilos ang isang organization if there are NSF or no sufficient funds. Objectives of financial management. So let's just summarize it into three: equity and borrowed funds, real and financial assets, and the finance and management functions. Lahat po ng equity, pondo, no? Puhunan, assets, whether tangible, intangible, or in terms of investment, and finance, no? How to handle the funds, and managing it, no? Or number three. Areas of study under financial management. There's actually a multitude of possible items, but the most prevalent are as follows: financing and investing, financial planning, analysis and decisions, dividend policy. How do you give dividends to your shareholders? Accounting and control, process design, forecasting. You're going to forecast the company's CAGR or cumulative annual growth rate. And long-run planning. Usually, it takes 3 to 5 years to do your forecasts of a company. 7, treasury management, credit and collection. Minsan tawag nila dyan is collection, rather than collection, because you have to nag some of your debtors in order for them to pay. Number 9, banking and financial institution. And 10, working capital management. Yun nga po, yung paghawak ng kapital. 11, evolution of financial performance. You're monitoring how are we from last year. Let's say fourth quarter 2020 versus fourth quarter 2019. Bumagsak po ba? Kumita po ba? Or worse, break even? What's the point? Careers in financial management include the following: management trainee in finance, new account personnel. So this one is usually sa bangko, no? Credit and collection personnel, credit analyst, treasury assistant, cashier, trader, sa forex possible, sa investments, loan officer, bank financial examiner, managerial finance, and last but not the least, entrepreneur. Next, material and procurement management. It pertains to the sourcing, planning, and management of the suppliers and the materials required by business activities or projects of the company. And it ensures that the supplies and materials are regularly available, timely delivered, and conform to high quality standards. So let's just show the difference between purchasing and procurement. Purchasing is the process of buying, identifying the need, selecting supplies, negotiating prices, and following up to ensure inventory. Usually the key element is buying. Whereas procuring is, it encompasses a range of activities involved in obtaining goods or services. Hindi lang po siya nakapokus sa one aspect, but many aspects. Stages of procurement, let's just show it. The sourcing, purchasing, and payment stage. Ano po ba yung mga yan? So sourcing, you have to identify the needs. Then, if you identify the needs, create a purchase request or PR. If you have a fundamentals of accounting and business management 1 and even 2, they are source documents. Assess and select vendors. Then for purchasing, you have to negotiate the terms. Is it COD, 15-day, 30-day, 60-day terms? Create orders. You have to make a purchase order in order that to make it official. And number 3, receive and inspect goods and services. So once you receive the items, you must have a delivery receipt or DR. Then a few days later, the office will receive the SI or sales invoice. Attached herein is the DR itself. And last, the payment stage. So you have to conduct the three-way matching. The approved invoice and arrange payment, and last but not least, record keeping. So here is the importance of procurement management. It will be impossible for most business to offer operations to function or even survive kung walang procurement. As the biggest part of expenditure in most organizations, procurement management ensures that all items and services are properly acquired so that more projects and processes can proceed efficiently and successfully. 3, more than a business necessity, procurement can be leveraged as a competitive advantage when optimized to save money, time, and resources. And last but not least, efficient management of inventory can contribute to profit. Next, office management. So office management pertains to the sourcing, planning, and management of the suppliers and the materials required by business activities or projects of the company. So tasks performed in office management. So, delineating responsibilities and workload of staff. So ikaw yung mag-i-in charge sa mga kailangan gawin ng mga tao sa opisina. Maintaining orderliness, maayos, especially mga record keeping and customer relations. ICT management, the last topic. It involves the planning, coordination, maintenance, and control of the computer usage. IT, usually. For business operations, it involves managing the ICT staff, computer hardware, software, and information technologies. So the importance of ICT management are the following: communication, efficiency, competitive advantage, and economic efficiencies. So here are the objectives of ICT management. First is communication. Second is inventory management. Third is data management. 4 is management information systems. And 5, I already saw this in marketing management, but it's also indirectly related to ICT, which is customer relationship management. So here are the functions of an informations and communications manager. Careers in information and communications technology management includes computer system analyst, MIS director, computer support specialist, 4 computer software engineers, 5 computer programmer, 6 oh yeah, that's last, computer programmer. And with that, end of module. Thank you. Now, if you will notice the discussion, usually the ending of the careers are that it ends in entrepreneurship. So for our next module, we will be discussing entrepreneurship, at least of a small business enterprise. So does anyone have any question? If none, then see you next time. Add me on YouTube at Forever Zosa. And as always, walang forever, pero may forever Zosa. Goodbye.